Eu só queria dar as boas-vindas a vocês todos hoje. Eu não vou me estender muito, eu só queria falar um pouquinho sobre o Curitiba Offshore, porque eu acredito que nem todos aqui conheçam o que é essa iniciativa. Mas o Curitiba Offshore é uma entidade que nasceu dentro do cluster de software de Curitiba e é uma iniciativa que veio dos próprios empresários. Nosso foco principal é apoiar as empresas nos processos de internacionalização. E a gente já tem aqui os membros de conselho consultivo, empresas que fazem parte do Curitiba Offshore hoje. E eu acho que o mais importante, na verdade, a minha principal mensagem aqui é dizer o seguinte: o Curitiba Offshore é uma entidade que nasceu dos empresários e que tem os seus objetivos direcionados a atender as necessidades dos empresários. Nós temos hoje apoio de muitas entidades, mas mais o empresário e as empresas de TI da região são a entidade soberana dentro do Curitiba Offshore. Então, são eles que vão nos direcionar e dizer o que deve ser feito ou não. Certo? Então, eu queria, nessa linha, abrir as portas a todos vocês para que participem do Curitiba Offshore, porque é um fórum, principalmente um fórum de apoio a todas as empresas, para que vocês possam trazer os seus problemas para cá e que eles possam ser discutidos dentro do grupo. Tá bom? Cláudio, por favor.
Boa tarde a todo mundo. Obrigado pela presença. Só queria dar um contexto rapidamente antes de apresentar o modo para vocês. Esse aqui é mais uma iniciativa dentro do esforço da Offshore Brasil em colaborar com o Curitiba Offshore e com todo Curitiba e Estado do Paraná no seu esforço go-to-market internacional. Diferente muito do que a gente normalmente vê, em que a gente leva a nossa oferta e vai lá para fora para ver se dá atração, nós estamos fazendo um caminho inverso, e é por isso a razão do Bob aqui, que eu estou chamando de trazer o cheiro da linha de frente. Quer dizer, o Bob vai trazer aqui para a gente uma visão específica de quais são as tendências, o que está acontecendo no mercado agora e quais são as oportunidades que ele está vendo. Então, eu recomendo que vocês olhem com bastante atenção e internalizem isso, porque isso pode ajudar vocês a perceberem na oferta que vocês têm hoje atualmente algum tipo de ajuste, adequação que pode ter aderência a essas oportunidades que ele já está vendo. O Bob tem mais de 25 anos aí de estrada em outsourcing, trabalhou para a IDS, trabalhou para a Lógica, é um cara que está extremamente bem sintonizado com o que está acontecendo na realidade do mercado norte-americano. Então, por favor, uma salva de palmas para o Bob.
Now, I don't know what he said, so I don't know how to introduce myself. But let me just say briefly, I picked up EDS and Logica. But obviously I'm an American. It probably surprises a lot of you people to know that I'm an American guy with a Brazil shirt on. But I am an American. My background is all in outsourcing for the last over 25 years. Both starting with EDS, where I did a lot of worldwide, mostly in Europe, outsourcing. And then I moved on to Logica, which is a big systems integration company out of London, England, where I also did some European travel, and then down to Mexico, and then eventually to Brazil, where I spent 9 months in Rio, consulting to the CIO on his new billing platform, putting in a new billing platform for Embratel down on President Vargas. During that engagement, I met a lot of Brazilian IT companies. Got very familiar with the capabilities of Brazil, got very excited about the capabilities of Brazil IT. And then when I went back to the U.S. after the Embratel engagement was over, a couple of the Brazilian companies contacted me, asked me to come on down for a week. We had a series of meetings and planning sessions. And 7 years later, I'm still working with Brazilian companies. So it's been a lot of fun for me. Very rewarding and a real experience. But while I was down here as part of the Brazil outsource environment and network and doing a lot of work with Brazil IT, Robert Kelly asked me if I could come on in and just spend a little while talking about what are the opportunities in North America. Everybody hears about India, Russia, Mexico. I mean, everybody's in that space today. What are the real opportunities, and where are the real opportunities for Brazilian IT companies? in the U.S. Spoken from a guy who's been in this space for a long time and knows what the American companies are really thinking, what's really on their mind today. So that's what we're going to do. Feel free to stop me with questions. You know, if you've got a particular point you don't want to wait till the end, that's fine. But based on what's going on today, what's being outsourced, as you can see from the chart, the biggest continues to be IT. IT has always been and always will be the biggest outsourcing opportunity in North America. Started with Y2K when a couple companies went to India for the Y2K scare, and the offshore outsourcing has grown ever since. So it's IT, followed, there's a whole category of other which takes up like 20%, but it's really followed closely by human resources and sales and marketing. But IT, especially in the applications development, is clearly the area with the most interest for North American companies. When we talk about segments, in 2008, the IT market was growing, the offshore market was growing at about 28%. And then 2009 came along and the banks in the United States seemed to implode a little bit. It dropped down to a growth rate of about 10% as measured by the US government. This year, they're talking that it's back up in the range of a run rate of 25%. So it was an immediate dip and an immediate recovery. We're right back up into the same growth ranges that we were before the financial crisis hit. Strongest, as I said, is in the IT market. Finance and accounting is outpacing HR. Financial services are clearly the winner when it comes to outsourcing in the United States today. The most growth potential is finance, followed by healthcare, and we're seeing a lot of growth in telecommunications right now, and a lot of that is being ignited by mobility. Everybody's interested in mobility, having applications on their iPhone, their BlackBerry, and now their Android. And if you're in the mobility space, I'll just tell you that BlackBerry is clearly the winner in the US. If you want to do mobility, you've got to be thinking about the BlackBerry. I know everybody's hot about the iPhone today, but BlackBerry is the biggest market in the US. It's the standard for the US government, and a lot of people just follow the US government with whatever their standard is. The iPhone's coming along. Apple hurt themselves a lot when they came out with the iPhone because they gave an exclusive agreement to AT&T. And that killed them because Verizon Wireless is the biggest mobile market. That agreement ended in February. So now all the other carriers are going to start offering the iPhone. So we'll see what happens with the iPhone. That might overtake BlackBerry. But mobility is really coming on strong, especially in like the sales and marketing areas. People want their sales guys out on the road to do everything right through their iPhone or their BlackBerry instead of lugging around laptop computers with Wi-Fi and coming in through the network. By volumes, right now, what we're looking at is BPO, led by transaction processing. At the end of 2009, it was estimated it was a market of $114.7 billion US.